Hey everyone, what's up? So I kind of went into grind mode and I was working literally every day, basically all day, all night. It was a nice little run, but my vehicle got some wear and tear on it, so it's in the shop right now. So that explains my drought for the most part. Plus, there are other things that I will get at in another video. But I just want to talk a little bit of boxing right now. Because nothing ever changes in the sport of boxing. And we sit here and we complain about the sport the whole time, but it's really the fan base, the fans that are probably the worst part about the sport. We only have ourselves to blame when it comes to these matchups and things like that. Some of you, you're already groomed to accept this state of boxing. So for you guys, like, I don't know, a lot of you are new. You haven't really watched that long. You grew up on bandwagoning. You guys, some of you were Triple G fans, and then you jumped to the Canelo bandwagon when it was cool to be a Canelo fan. You know what I'm saying? You guys, the whole Devin Haney thing is hilarious to me. I even had a dude tell me that, now that he lost by Ryan, that solidifies that Lomachenko beat him too. I always tell you fans who are that emotional and just cannot get it together, post your rounds. I'll make a video and I'll expose you and I'll show you don't know nothing about the sport of boxing nor how to score it. It's really not subjective. That's just an excuse for casuals. Typically, people score with their own scoring criteria. For example, a lot of people think just because the guy's moving forward, that means he's winning the round. You understand? All four boxing scoring criteria are symbiotic with each other. One affects the other. Ultimately, it all comes down to clean punching. Whether you're going to award other categories that come with it, you have to score pretty much all categories at once. And I've been wanting to do that Devin Haney versus Lomachenko video because, again, speaking of the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney topic, it's a good opportunity for these stupid proxy race war internet boxing fans to really go at each other's necks. Some of you are just haters. Some of you share the same skin color as Devin Haney. You just hate Devin Haney for whatever reason. That's how crazy it is today. Sport of boxing, like I said, the fandom has really degraded, and therefore, likewise, the sport has degraded. I don't even want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Some of you, you're just too irrational like women, and you're not going to listen to reason anyways. You know what I'm saying? I used to love to come on here and argue every day, but it's like I'm busy now. Like I said, I'm only coming out with this video because I finally got downtime, man. But regardless, we'll get into this Fundora versus Spence fight. The whole backstory behind this is a joke, and again, this goes back to the fans and the state of the sport and what they're willing to allow these handlers to do in the sport of boxing. This man ducked out of his rematch for Crawford, which would have netted him more money, you know what I'm saying? But he's such a little groomed stooge in the Al Heyman system that he's willing to basically be a drone. You know what I'm saying? He tried to be a big boy. He tried to be his own boss, you know what I'm saying? And we saw where that got him, you understand? He was given a round he didn't even deserve the first round. Crawford landed more clean punches, more clean jabs. You know what I'm saying? Spence threw volume, but again, none of those shots were really impactful. Crawford landed, again, he even counter punches up top on him and everything else. It's on video. This is all I've ever done when I've come on this channel. I should just show you what's right there in front of your face. I don't claim to be some kind of expert or nothing. It really comes down to observation, and I've really tried to hit this over people's head. But Errol Spence, again, you still don't have punch placement and timing. And we're seeing, just like Deontay Wilder, some little montages of him looking good on pads and things like that. We saw this same process when it came to Deontay Wilder working on pads after, his loss to Tyson Fury, and people there really believing in that crap. You understand? If I go watch a movie and I go see choreography, these people, they look like they can fight, but at the end of the day, they can't fight. You know what I'm saying? Spence, he's going to claim that he was weight trained. He should have more power. at a higher weight class. That's just not the truth. You started at a higher weight class early on in your career. You moved down for a reason. I always said it was never about strength when it came to Spence, because you clowns, all you did was just parrot each other and talk about his boxing fundamentals. He doesn't have fundamentals. He has a kind of self-made style. You understand? It's not textbook at all. Kell Brook is a textbook fighter. Errol Spence is not a textbook fighter. He does a lot of dumb things, makes a lot of dumb mistakes. And to salvage this in his younger years, when he had better legs, when he took better care of each other, the step back helped him out a lot with his defense. You know what I'm saying? He likes to bully people, mentally get in their head first, you understand, and get them to basically accept defeat. This has worked on guys like Danny Garcia. Even Sean Porter was phased a little bit by Errol Spence. But even he managed to bust up Errol Spence and land around 200 punches. I know the punch stats only credit him for like around 170, but he did land more in that fight. Anybody who has eyes can easily see that. They're not calling out a lot of shots for Sean Porter, but Spence's face told you the story. It was busted up at the end of the fight. So Sean Porter was landing something. I didn't see too many headbutts or nothing either, like I did in the Terrence Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? Spence is just that easy of a target to hit. You guys claim he had defense. He does not have defense. He fights like a video game character. And going back to his power again, because I done digressed all crazy right now. The guy, it's not about strength or power. It's his punch mechanics. It's his legs. The guy he's basically doing the splits the whole time, and he's overextended all the time. So he always tries to set up his power punches with, you know, one of his little weak jabs that I told you is not a good jab. You know what I'm saying? And his legs are already spread out, and then he tries to follow it with the overhand motion. He can't even throw a straight right. You know what I'm saying? It's always loopy punches. The crap you were saying about Terrence Crawford actually pertains more to Spence when it comes to loopy punches. He doesn't have good straight punches. You understand? Again, this is why you saw the knockouts starting to dwindle. You know, it's the same story for basically a lot of these PBC fighters. You know what I'm saying? If they fight a guy who's not in there to lay down, they typically will get exposed. And unless Fundora lays down, I'm telling you, he's going to batter and he's going to beat Spence up. Spence's plastic surgery, I hope he saved his money, because it's going to take more damage, you understand, in this fight against Fundora. If you want to fight on the inside, which he does, he panics. You understand? He tries to fight from the outside at first, but when he starts getting clipped, his instinct is to always try to close the distance and the hold. Fundora is a nice little inside fighter too. He has better punch placement and timing. You understand? I would say he has better punch selection. Spence, of course, we know he's going to punch Fundora in the balls. It's going to be the same old Spence. You know, if Fundora is not in there to lay down, he's going to batter Spence. Spence is going to take a lot of damage. You understand? And this might be it for Spence. But I'm just surprised this is how you're trying to go out against Fundora being Al Heyman's little stooge when you could have made more money on the rematch. But you were scared. You ran back to Al and you started listening to what Al Heyman told you. So now you're pulling all this, you know, bait and switch type nonsense. I'm back. I'm going to reenact a rematch. You know what I'm saying? And then, I had eye surgery. And again, it's the same old crap that you see all the time with these clowns. And it's just going to lead to further stupidity. Even Keith Thurman came back and then had to pull out of his fight. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they do this type of nonsense all the time. I'm trying to think what else. I missed a lot of fights. The Canelo fight, I don't care about. I knew that was going to happen because Canelo only fights people that he knows he's going to beat. He's not here to challenge himself. He doesn't want to do what Floyd Mayweather even allowed him as a 36-year-old. He knows he's going to get beat. Any kind of fight, again, that's not rigged or these guys are not in there to lay down, you understand? Because Canelo goes that far in negotiations, you understand? Him and Jake Paul, they do the same type of tactics. Like, you can't try to knock me out. I know they do that. Jake Paul got it from Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you have the judges, everything else. Canelo's one of the more pathetic fighters I've ever seen in the sport of boxing. And I'm not just saying that out of hate. I was actually one of the few guys that was defending him after the Triple G one fight. Because that was another fight where people act like Triple G was robbed and everything else. again, you just don't know how to score boxing. You know what I'm saying? I gave Canelo rounds 1, 2, 3. He had the best case for round 6, and he had the best case for the championship rounds 10, 11, and 12. I don't care who you are. But a lot of you, like I said, you're now Canelo bandwagon fans. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Your Triple G fanboyism will come out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you're like, oh, I forgot. I jumped on the Canelo bandwagon now. But I'm trying to think what else. Tyson Fury versus Usyk. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to Usyk. He did get a Tyson Fury at the most opportune time. You understand? I think a rematch will different results. You know, I think Tyson Fury kind of got tired. He was moving around too much, things like that. He should remember the days of his Vladimir fights. You know, Vladimir, he used to lean on smaller fighters and just like tire him out that way. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury, he's going to have to go with a different tactic in this fight instead of trying to box like a Floyd Mayweather. You know, he can do that in certain spots, you understand? But when Usyk, again, well, he also can't defend the southpaw. I think it was McDermott back in the day that knocked him down with the overhand right. And what's his name? I forgot old boy's name, the cruiserweight. SS Cunningham knocked him down too. But you know what I'm saying? I think that was a Tyson Fury. I don't think he was fully focused. Usyk is a great fighter, but he's had a lot of performances where I've not seen the domination. I do have him, though, number 2, pound for pound. Of course, I have Terrence Crawford as pound for pound number 1. These other guys I don't really care about. They're all fake little propped up fighters. Canelo's a fake fighter, guys. I'm sorry. Gervonta Tank Davis, fake fighter. You know, I don't know who else. Inouye, again, we've seen him get knocked down legitly. You know what I'm saying? But he's also had his orbital bone broken by an old Donaire that's been knocked out multiple times prior to when he met Inouye. You know what I'm saying? I like Inouye. He can be number 3. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But all these other dudes, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the Canelo. Again, if I want to see some fake fighting, I'll go watch a movie. You understand? I just don't really care. The sport of boxing, it just does not entice me. You know, I got to talk like Keith Thurman now. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't entice me right now. I am looking forward to the Crawford fight, but if I'm working, I'll probably miss out on that fight too. You know, I've been coming up on a lot of money lately. And like I said, maybe this little break is a blessing in disguise, because I was working myself crazy, literally working all day and night, just coming up on money. But regardless, you know, boxing, you know, I just can't get into this current era, and the numbers and everything else prove it as well. A lot of these guys, they are getting paid more, but they're doing far less than even past fighters were doing. You understand? The viewership, everything else, you know, they are putting on some good fights though. You know, they are, for this generation. The Usyk, Tyson Fury fight, again, that's awesome that they were able to do that, you know? But not too many meaningful fights. Spence is being set up as a sacrificial lamb. He's served his purpose. You know what I'm saying? You know, now you're here to be basically what a Danny Garcia and Sean Porter were. You've graduated up to that point. You're now a premium $2 hooker at this point for Al Heyman. Not that you weren't before, but, you know, you were like his little milk cow that he had and tried to prop up and hype up. But you just graduated finally to the position that Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, you know, were for a good portion of their career. You know, you're just a bricklayer now. That's all you are. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth pay-per-view? No. If I do watch that fight, it will be streamed. And again, I know I can easily access these fights after the fight. I don't have to make it a priority, you know. Again, I think there are more important matters going on in the world right now. And I know this channel has taken a pretty drastic direction, but again, there's reason for that. I just don't do stuff off a whim. I really look into things, research, and see what's going on. You understand, before I come to my conclusions, you know. And there's crazy things going on in today's times that I see as higher priority to possibly talk about if I do take time to come out with videos. But regardless, I do appreciate you guys coming by. I still see people coming here commenting and watching the videos. I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to get content out for you boxing fans when I can and when I feel passionate about it, you know. That's kind of the point. I can't really talk and do what I want to do without passion. And I'm not one of those channels that's just going to come out TMZ style 3 to 5 videos just talking about nonsense. You understand? It's just not how this channel ever has been, and it's never going to be like that. It's that simple, you know. I will talk to you guys later, though. Bye.